Terry, as you might imagine, we've had to dig pretty deep for topics and conversations since we've been home on this show, considering there's no baseball going on. One of the things we keep seeming to go back to is, the Matt Harvey Game 5 decision, sending him back out there, what ended up happening, what we would have done in the moment. And as I've said, if you were in the ballpark that night, it seemed like the only decision was bringing him back out. Similar question, though, to the one I asked you about Johan's no-no. How has your thinking of that decision evolved over the years since 2015?
Well, we'll start with Johan, because I just did a story with Tim Healy about it the other day, and you know what? I've come to live with it. I've come to realize, what? I think it was the right decision to do. At the time, I knew I was concerned about the damage it might do to Johan in the ball club. He was a big fixture on the ball club, and but ever since then, I've had so many people, so many fans. I make a joke about it, but it seemed like there was 130,000 people at that game. I've had so many fans say, I was there. I was so glad. But, I had one guy come to me one time and he said, I have one great memory with my father. My father has passed away. The biggest memory we have is we were at the Johan Santana no-hitter, and we just wanted to thank you for leaving him in the game. And you know what? Ever since I heard that, and ever since I've talked to Johan, he's fine. And you know what? I'm okay with the state leaving him in that game. As far as the Matt Harvey decision goes, Jeurys Familia was one of the biggest reasons why we got to the postseason that year. And we've got, even though he had a rough start to the World Series, he pitched brilliantly for us. And when you get to the ninth inning with a early lead, you got the closer. But I will tell you, Dan Worthington, he started. He said, "Hey, this is this guy's night. This guy's got it. He's on. He's got everything working for him." And one of the things I've always believed in, and that is you got to trust your players. And when I went to Matt and said, "That's it, you're done," he said, "Terry, you got to let me go back out there. This is my game. I don't, I'm not tired. I'm not fatigued. And I love that stuff. I love that stuff about a player. I'm not afraid for them to stand up and stick up for themselves." And I said, "You know what? You go out and finish this thing." Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but I look back on it and I thought afterwards that, even though it might have cost us a chance to continue moving on in the World Series, but I still think today it was the right thing to do.